Hey y'all, we're Jimmy and Lisa with FindUsCamping, and today we have another Tuesday Talks
for RVers. We're going to share a product that we have found with you that makes life a little easier.
Well, first of all, you guys know that we don't just show you guys products that people hand us and give us.
No.
We actually show you products that we will use and we do use on a regular basis. So this isn't just a video shoot of a product somebody gave us.
No. And we get the product, we use the product, we make sure that we like the product before we endorse the product.
And the reason we're saying this is because we've had this product here for almost 6 or 7 months.
And we've been trying it out, and so far so good. So flies, can we all just talk about what a royal pain, especially at a picnic. They're the uninvited guests that just won't leave.
Especially at one of our campouts, you know, the big campout we do every October at the horse farm. Horses,
lots of flies. Horses, you know.
So that was one of the places we really wanted to check this out and make sure it worked before we let you guys know about it.
So these are fly repellents. They're made by Belfans, and they come in silver or black. And they take 2 AA batteries, which go in the bottom.
They don't come with the batteries now.
No, they don't come with the batteries. Or they have a cord. So if you had, a block that you could plug a USB into, this end plugs into here, and then you could plug it in if you had somewhere you wanted to plug it in. For us, the batteries just work easier, but we keep the cord just in case, because usually we have big groups, so we have more than one, and we have people plugging in crock pots, so that's more important.
No, we haven't tested out the cord yet. So.
Right, we only use it with the batteries so far. Also, they have a little hook on the bottom, so I haven't tried this, but if you had a way to hang it, you could hang it from up top instead of having it sit on the table.
So we haven't tried that piece of it to see if it worked yet, because we kind of just found that.
We just use them. We sit them on the table. I've seen them, but we've never been anywhere to be able to use them. But last night we had a group over, and they had string lights that you mount to the end of the table and you hang them. So in that instance, maybe they would work. So all you do is put the batteries in, and you get your food on your table.
Well, make sure you're careful, because that might cut your hand.
Yeah,
when you turn it on.
Whether it's a potluck or maybe you're just sitting with a plate of food, but flies are there, right? You flip it on and you sit it on the table.
Hey, this is a fan.
It doesn't move fast enough, I don't think, to be a fan.
But your hair's blowing up.
That's because it's windy outside.
Oh, so they're not a fan.
But it's just that simple. And they are very soft, so even if, like it's by a casserole dish and you reach in to get some and then pull your hand back out, that doesn't deter it. And they work. And so the question may be, how do they work?
So you're going to tell us.
So I'm going to tell you how they work. If you notice here, I don't know if you can see it on the video, I hope you can, there's these little holographic looking places on the ends of the blades. And the way they work is, they refract or bend the light, and it flies tiny little brain. This is not something that would happen in nature. So they don't understand it, and they just stay away from it. So it's just as simple as that. These little reflective lines on the end is enough to keep the fly away. I guess it's kind of like when people say you hang a penny in a bag of water. That never really worked well for us.
It didn't work well for us at all.
But I guess it's probably the same thought process. Like they see the light hitting that and they don't understand what it is, so they stay away. But nonetheless, black or silver, whichever is your preference. As far as I'm concerned, if it keeps the flies away, I don't really care what color it is.
Purple, blue, or pink.
But, some people, I know like restaurants will use them. So maybe if you had like black iron tables, you would want the black. It would look nicer. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care what color they are. If it keeps the flies out of my food, I'm happy.
If they kept them away at the horse farm with thousands and thousands of flies.
And what's funny about that is we have a potluck that's just the RVers one night, and then the horse farm has a potluck the next night. So we put them out at our potluck and didn't really think too much about them. Like we knew they worked, and that was that. The next night at the one for the horse farm, somebody came over and said, hey, Where's those things that y'all had out to keep the flies away? Because the flies are terrible over here at the potluck.
And of course, we had about 10 picnic tables because we had 75, 76 RVs, and we didn't have enough of these. So where these were, there was no flies.
Yeah.
Where they weren't, there were flies.
I don't know that there's any certain distance, but we try to put like 2, you know, on each picnic table to kind of space it out. And they worked really well. Now, I'm not going to say that there's never any flies, but I'm just going to say at the horse farm where there were flies everywhere, they weren't crawling all over the food. So, in my opinion, that's a win. This is the box. So, like, this is the company, Belfans Technologies. I think they did have another shape of the black ones and maybe the silver ones, or maybe these are the newer ones. But at any rate, this guy will put a link that tells you where you can go to order them. And for us, they're a win.
So if you're looking for something to keep your flies away from all of your food, your picnics, your campouts,
your potlucks,
your parties, your
anywhere that you're
house,
eating, anywhere that you're eating outside, I feel like this is a win. They're not horribly expensive. They don't take up, like, we keep ours in the box so they don't get banged up. But literally, I can keep this. I take the batteries out so that they don't, you know, get corroded inside. But I can keep the 2 batteries and this and the cord in this little box. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. And if you're not trying to have 20 of them for a huge gathering, just 1 or 2 for your own personal use, that doesn't take up a whole lot of space to keep the flies away.
So make sure you check out Belfans Technology. Order your 1, 2, 3, 4, or how many you need for all of your picnics and everything you need.
We think it's worth the money.
We think it's worth, and that's why we're going to show it to you guys here. So until you find us camping next time,
safe travels, y'all.